I've used up $30 of this $50. And I can see on this sat phone, I've got $10 or $20 left. Dial the number. I'm listening and looking at the horizon and how beautiful it is. This could be my last phone call. And this guy just goes... So I duck and I look down. There's my fixer. It looks like it's in a pool of blood. There was talk of negotiations. And the commander walks in. And I'm always smile at this commander because he had the charm of the devil. So there's something, he was quite charming, but I think he was a sociopath. He came in one day with a sat phone, said, good news, your production company, your TV company, we're ready to negotiate. And he handed me the phone. He said, look, tell them if they don't agree to our terms, we're going to kill you. And then he winked at me and said, but don't worry, we always say that. Don't really mean it. And he was like, we're all on the same team here. He literally put his hand and said, don't worry, we always give him that line. Taliban thing, you know. It was so like, oh, are you all right, mate? I know you're kidding. And he also then said, which was so Afghan, he said, look, it's a pay-as-you-go sat phone. It was a Thuraya sat phone. He topped it up with his own money. And he wasn't happy about it. He said, look, it's my money. It's $50 to... Hurry it up, don't talk too long. For some reason, love that Afghan, pay as you go. They probably asked you for like $2 million or something, but it's like, pay your own fucking phone bill. I come out to the compound. Now, I can't remember now, 2 months in darkness in that cell, you know, some daylight coming through. Hadn't really seen daylight. I looked down, maybe it was 3 months now at this point, and I'm looking at my skin. Because first time I've been out in daylight and looking at myself, and it's like, it doesn't take long if you've got no vitamin D or vitamin D, you call it, no sunlight, your body falls apart. I had malnutrition at that point. I'd lost, I don't know, again, we talk about stone in England, but I'd lost nearly 2.5, 3. I looked like, I was emaciated and I looked like, you know, Robinson Crusoe or some prisoner. Long beard. I'd lost about 4 or 5 teeth by then because you're just not getting the vitamins in the darkness and what little food. And I looked at my skin, it was like parchment paper stretched over bone. I was covered in bites from the fleas and whatever was in that room. And I'm looking, going, fucking hell, I look like a mess. And then I look up, and I'm just seeing this, the Hindu Kush, the light is stunning in at high altitude. You get this, and you can see this crystalline blue sky, and you can see, because it's only like 12 miles above the Earth, it's space, and you can see that blue fading to that thin point where it's the end of the atmosphere. And I'm looking, going, this is life's, how precious, and I started crying because it's so beautiful, but it was the exquisite sense of life's joys, but its fragility that literally my life's on hanging by a thread. And he says, call, I'm brought back down to the world because I'm looking at people. He says, call your channel, TV channel, tell them to. So I don't know the number. I've forgotten the telephone number of my boss, but I know the switchboard, the main number for the British broadcaster I work for, and I dial it, and I get this lovely London voice, and it's, hello, this woman, hello, Channel 4 switchboard. And then what's funny, I tell him, like, God, this is what a weird call. How do I don't know this woman. I mean, again, it became really ignorant. Like, I'm bit of an odd one, this. I work for Channel 4. My name's Sean Langan, and I've been kidnapped by the channel, and I'm calling from the tribal areas of Pakistan. And there's a pause. You think that's going to get you fucking through to the right, but she goes, how do you spell Sean Langan? And I start going, S-E, and I'm like, wait a minute, how many Sean Langans you got who've kidnapped at the moment? I mean, fuck's sake, surely, I said, can't you just put me through? I'm calling from a pay-as-you-go telephone. I'm running out of credit. Putting you through, straight through. Hold the line. And I'm putting through, and I look at the commander, my fixer, who's had a breakdown, he's not really coping well, so we're in this little quad. I look at the commander and I said, don't worry, it's all I got it, don't worry. We're good here. And then I get this I've been put through to voicemail. Hi, you've reached the, what's the person's name? You've reached the head of Channel 4 documentaries. Can't take your call right at the moment. Please leave a message. So I turn off and I can see on this sat phone I've used up $30 of this $50. I've only got like $10 or $20 left. And I say, I'm really sorry. And I'm having to talk through my lifeline, my fixer, and talking to English, he's translating to Pashtun, but he's not having a great mental health issue time. And I said, I'm really sorry I got through to voicemail. And I could hear him translating. There is no Pashtun word for voicemail. So I hear blah, 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 voicemail. And the teleman comes on, was like, what the fuck is voicemail? And he started off this whole process like, don't worry, we're going to tell them we'll kill you, but we always say that. He's losing his sense of humor. He goes, call them right back. What the fuck? Don't these people get it? We kill people if they don't think we... And he's just cocked the A4. He said, call them back. And now I dial the number, the switchboard. I'm listening, looking at the horizon and how beautiful it's thinking, this could be my last phone call. I get the same voice. Hello, Channel 4 switchboard. I'm like, oh, same woman. Fancy that. What's a coincidence? I mean, look, I really don't mean to freak you out. It's Sean Langan here again. The guy's got a gun. The command's got a gun to my head. I really think he's not messing around. He's threatened to kill us. He really could mean it. Can you put me straight through? And whatever you do, please don't put me into voicemail. She goes, putting you through. I get click. Hi, you've reached the voicemail. Can't talk now on the phone. And I'm like, and this guy just goes, and he's angry. He's just, what the fuck? And he's just let off. But I don't know. He's just letting off the AK. All I know is this. So I duck, thinking, oh my God, he's shooting. Oh, he's not. He's just shooting off the end. I look down. There's my fixer. Looks like he's in a pool of blood, but he's wet himself. And he just went, the commander went, someone wants you fucking dead. Because he's never negotiated like that, where someone won't even pick up the phone. I mean, I can tell you what really happened with that call, which I didn't know. I don't know who was making these judgment calls. Some private security firm was advising this poor woman on switchboard, who apparently had to have therapy after this, because she knew exactly who I was, but they're being advised by some private security company, if you put the hostage on the phone, they can then cut her ear off or negotiate higher. So you don't want to have that point by having me on the phone where they can use blackmail, emotional blackmail, because then they'll say, if you don't do it, we're going to torture him. So someone was advising, this broadcaster and this poor woman, don't put him through. And the poor woman is hearing me on saying, please, whatever you do, don't put me on hold. They're going to kill me. But she's being told by someone. I found that out later.
Wow.
And I remember meeting the guy from this company, like, fucking glad you made that. How do you know they're going to react that way? You're playing Russian, you're playing poker with my life. It kind of nearly backfired, but anyway, that's happened. So I'm back in my cell at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, in darkness.
That's a ballsy negotiating tactic.
Well, yeah, with my balls.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the interview. If you got anything out of this video at all, please like the video, leave me a comment, tell me what you thought of the video, tell me who you'd like to see on the show. I really appreciate the support. It goes a long way on these platforms, as you guys know. Most importantly, I have some excellent interviews coming up in the future that I'm really, really excited about. So please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of them. But that's it. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it, and hope to see you again soon.